Morning.
commonplace, as the pandemic has proven that they've been quite useful.
I think it will vary from country to country. Because index of
have accepted the fact that there is a delay, and they've made their adjustments accordingly. In a project as complex as the Olympic Games, that all of the stakeholders from the very beginning, pre-COVID and so on, will have their own risk mitigation strategies. I think it's too glib and too easy to say that this is all about money, because it's really not.
Morning.
How big would the damage be to the Olympic brand if an outbreak occurs, if one of the athletes gets sick, gets some people in Japan sick? It seems like that would potentially be a very big hit to the International Olympic Committee. How much is that on your mind?
Well, the protection of the athletes and those with whom they come in contact, can we create the bubble that everybody's talking about? The answer to that is yes. We already know how to control the spread of the virus. The social distancing, the masks, the clean hands, and so on, that actually works. So we know how to do that. All of these things are being examined very carefully by an organizing committee, which frankly is one of the best we've ever seen in the Olympics.
Dick Pound, a member of the International Olympic Committee. Mr. Pound, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Anytime. Thank you.
Oh my.
We appreciate you listening to us on your local member station. If you want to talk to us, we're on social media. I'm Noelle King.
Still kind of tired. I'm not a morning person anyhow, and I'm late already.
Find out more about the fantastic people who put this show together every day. Go to our website, npr.org/morning edition, and click on the staff tabs to read about our crew of editors and producers.
Just leaving this little location here in Jersey where I don't have good cell signal.
This is NPR News.
and this is WNYC.
Weird little town name. Net Kong. It's very different. Net Kong. Late. Oh, there's something. Late Musco Net Kong. Must be Indian maybe or something. Musco Net Kong. Muscanaton. Net Kong. Interesting.
Picasso, providing real estate co-ownership, not a resort timeshare. Picasso manages the home while clients own
Net Kong, Stanhope. I'm in a New Jersey Transit train parking lot. Just saw the train come and pick some people up going into town. Asked them how much it costs, how long it takes. Like an hour and, what are you saying? Hour and 40 minutes to get to Hoboken?
Traveling to Oklahoma today to mark 100 years since the Tulsa Race Massacre. NPR's Winter Johnston says as many as 300 people were killed over 2 days in 1921 when a white mob attacked the black community of Greenwood.
President Biden issued a proclamation on Monday calling on the
Daniel.
American people to recommit to the work of rooting out systemic racism. Biden
Morning.
also says his administration is committed to acknowledging the role federal policy
I didn't get far.
Greenwood and other
I'm still in Jersey. Oh. The guy was telling me he pays $350 a month for his train pass. It'd be like $15 one way where he's going. Here comes another train. Might be the same train. Let's see which way this train goes. Oh, might be the same train coming back. Yep, same train, I think. Maybe. Yep. Because it just went down to the end of the line, made its last stop. I think. Parking's free. Nice little town, Just out here to Stanhope, Mount Olive. I'm in the little train station of Netcong. Netcong. I was too tired, Daniel. Stayed at a Days Inn. Oh, that's right. That was yesterday. Or late last night. I don't know. I lost track of time now. Well, it was yesterday morning. So Mary was trying to get me a room. This fucking place wouldn't make her a deal to get me in early. The guy was a dick. Kept jerking her around. So then I get here and she's like, you can't get in early. Hey, Buck. So, then I'm passed out like in his parking lot because I'm so freaking tired. Then he comes out later and yells at me because I had my feet out the window, People are complaining. They're eating breakfast and your feet are out the window. Yeah, my feet with my shoes on. That's like horrible, man. Horrible. And then I try to argue some sense with him about later when I was checking in at 2 in the afternoon. I says, dude, it's not like I didn't have a reason to be in your parking lot. I had a reservation. It's like, yeah, but you can't be here. Points at the sign. You have to be here at 3. Oh my God. The guy was insane. It's not like he even thought, of why don't you just pull around back out of sight? Whatever, the guy had no clue how to deal with any of it. He was completely clueless. Tired, still tired. Yeah, I think we got it tough in Cleveland, though. Look at how much of a commute time these people spend every day. They're spending 3 hours a day on a train because there's no work here where they can make enough money. So they live out here because they can afford to live out here. But they got to spend 3 hours a day or more on the train. I mean, I had friends back in the day that commuted 2 hours each way to work on the train, Philly to New York every day, because they could make way more money in New York City. Any action, Daniel, this this morning? So now that I know what one of these transit stops looks like, I saw the machine where you buy your ticket. Ah, I definitely recommend this exit as a stop if you wanted to grab food. There's a diner and restaurant down that way. There's probably stuff on this side of the highway, on this little town here during the day. Uh, yeah. Yeah, we had at least one homicide in Cleveland yesterday, I think. Was that an accident or I forget, a shooting in East Cleveland? A car chase? I forget. Got no signal on this phone. 4G. OG. Ugh, I'm procrastinating. Well, yesterday I slept in the car a bit twice, during the day. Then I finally checked in. I went next door and ate at the Bud Lake Diner. I'm in, and then I just saw another restaurant. Looks pretty nice. And then last night I didn't really sleep much. I, I, I was probably too wound up or something. And then after I got cleaned up, do you notice I got clean? Um, and then at 12:30 in the morning, what time was that? Yeah, 12:20 in the morning. The trucking company called me, wanted me to wanted to know if I wanted to drive to Georgia, but I'm not close to Columbus. So he woke me up, probably when I was just trying to get to sleep. Oh yeah, I'm tired a lot. I really need to sleep from like 4 a.m. till noon. That's my normal time. This is not my time to be awake. Now I'm gonna try to start moving here. Ugh, I need some exercise. Oh, let's see what's on this Friday the freeway. Since I'm here. Yeah, I didn't get any good long sleep, so I'm definitely still achy and tired. Cluck You Chicken. Cluck You, man. That's the name of this place. Cluck You. Let's see what's this little town here. Netkong. This is Main Street. Netkong, New Jersey. Carmine's Pizzeria. Yangtze Kitchen. Joss Spice. Jamaican. The Netkong office. Farmers market every Saturday morning. Cute little village here. Small businesses. There's another lake here. Is this the lake up here I see? Yeah, here's the lake. So there's two lakes right here. That one was Bud Lake on the other side. Oh, there's the Palace Theater. Looks like a actors theater. It looks really nice. There it is. There's the welcome to Netkong. Definitely Indian names. The lake is a longer name. There's the theater over there, community theater. Oh, there's a waterfall here, maybe? I hear water. I think there's a waterfall here. Here's the lake. That's nice. Cool church. Interesting stonework. Sussex County. And over here is the village of Stanhope, right here. All the commuters going to work. The gateway to Sussex County, Stanhope. Oh, there's another commuter train. Oh, this looks like an old canal right here. This is definitely an old canal base. Canal here. Gotta be. Is this a lock here? No, it's just a diversion area. Trail down there. This might have been a canal at one time. They might have blocked it off there. I'll have to look on some maps. Now we're in Stanhope. The gateway to Sussex County. Stanhope Fire Department. The Stanhope House. Beer garden. They got a drag show. Saturday night. A drag show at the Stanhope. That's funny. Not much here. Unless we haven't found it. I don't think there's much here. Oh. Ambulance exit. Where are they coming from? The First Pennsylvanian Church. First Pennsylvanian Church. Wow, look at this house. Look at this house. Got some signs here. I can't read what they say. It's a big monster. What does that say? I can't read. Gorgeous. Gorgeous porch. Big. The Whistling, what does that say? Swan Inn. The Whistling Swan Inn. So it's like a B&B or something. It's cute. Well, let's get out of here.
NYC relies on the monthly donations of sustaining members. If you're one of our monthly donors, thank you. Your ongoing support provides WNYC with a stable foundation that helps us provide you with the news and information you depend on. Not a sustainer yet? Become one today. Go to WNYC.org and click on donate or call 888-376-WNYC.
I gotta buy gas. Keep forgetting.
In what way do Asian American immigrants pass down trauma through generations? Muriel Leung explores this question in her new book of poetic essays. It's called Imagine Us, the Swarm. The swarm, like bees in a hive, or the American working class, or the Asian American diaspora. She wrote the book as a way to examine both her family's immigration history and the model
minority myth, which is this idea that if you work hard enough, you can be just as successful as white middle-class citizens in this country.
But she says America's long history of racial discrimination often makes that impossible.
Unfortunately, in my father's passing from cancer, something which I think became exacerbated by this devotion to this failure, I learned very early on that this was not an idea that was healthy.
The unread excerpt from her poem, This Is to Live Several Lives.
Let me tell you a story which begins with a death and ends with a study of a life of labor, done with such significance. It is like an art. The way it takes on this other life, the body as another metaphor, while also
Johnny,
doing its
morning.
job to write the story of itself, the words lost before they were ever spoken. But I suppose this is a way to remember what holds.
In Young's mind, dealing with the suffering leads to
All right, let me look at, see if I can look at a map. Got no internet here. Jesus, this is stupid.
Back to the swarm. In order to think about collective liberation, I think it does
4G service, man.
in terms of the swarm. So what can we do together better than we can?
Terrible.
Muriel Lamb's book, Imagine Us, The Swarm, is out now.
Morning.
Sinead O'Connor has written a memoir. She's a music star who insisted on rising to fame in exactly her way, which may have been why so many people related to her. Allison McCabe,
Welcome to New Jersey.
Story told in O'Connor's book, Remembrance.
Sinead O'Connor achieved worldwide fame in the MTV era with the Prince pen mega hit. All the flowers that you planted in the backyard. Her story begins in Ireland, where O'Connor says she was raised by an abusive mother. Her parents split up when she was 9, and trouble soon followed.
I was stealing everything that wasn't nailed down, basically. Finally, I stole a pair of gold shoes for a friend of mine to wear to a Pretenders concert in Dublin. And I got the hand on the shoulder, excuse me, miss.
O'Connor landed in reform school, but her life began to turn around.
Sister Margaret was like a mother to me. There was a punk rock shop, a clothes shop in Dublin called No Romance. And she took me there and she bought me like a red parka. And she bought my first guitar and a book of chords for Bob Dylan's song.
O'Connor was offered a recording contract while still in her teens. Before that, Ireland's biggest female export was an early 1970s pop singer called Dana. O'Connor had other ideas. When O'Connor's label bosses pressured her to dress more femininely, she shaved her hair and wore combat boots. Some of her songs drew attention to social issues, others referenced her difficult childhood. Her self-produced 1987 debut got airplay on MTV and college radio. Riot Girl pioneer Kathleen Hanna says,
Yeah, at least, Buck. Yeah.
You just sat there.
More than that.
To the whole entire record. I don't think.
I'm only like 44 miles from the city. I forgot to buy gas. International Trade Center here. International Trade Center. New Jersey Foreign Trade. Must be a lot of warehouses back there. Thanks, Buck. I'm going to go right back up here next to the motel and see if that gas station's open. He had the cheapest gas around here. Because Pennsylvania gas is expensive. Here's this other restaurant. What's that called? Adams Family Restaurant or something? Oh, Dunkin Donuts. This must be a lot of commuter traffic that heads in toward the city out here. That's what I'm thinking with all this traffic I kept witnessing. This little station's not open, is it? Or is it? Oh, damn it. It's not open. I'm stuck. I can't even check the internet because my friggin' phone won't work. Ugh. Oh. It's just ridiculous. 4G service. Can't even check my gas prices. Oh, well. Might as well just buy some here. I have no idea if I'll find cheaper gas because I can't look. Can't look. Oh. Oh. Regular. You got to do all this, don't you? We don't have people like you in Ohio. Oh, this starts. Huh? Yes. Probably gonna ask for a zip code there. No. Thank you. Oh yeah, Buck. Yeah, I mean, so up. You weren't here when I was up at the little train station on the other side of the highway. I found the Jersey Transit train station, so I pulled in to just look at it, and people were waiting for the train. I talked to them for a second. So it's only 40, an hour drive back toward the city, but it's an hour 40 on the train. And, then you would have to pay for parking and deal with the stress of driving. And it's $350 a month for the train pass. But that doesn't get you into the city, I don't think. I think he might have been just going down to Hoboken. Thank you, sir. Now, there's people in LA. Look at, they live 2 hours away, because you can't afford to live close. Mileage. Yep. Why are you acting so weird? Mileage. 6:00 a.m., June 1st, 2021. How much gas did we get? Mileage. I got the mileage. What does that say? That's how you spell that word. Hello, Kumar. Idly. How do you spell? Whatever. All right. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to. Looks like the fire department. Bud Lake, New Jersey Fire Department. Alright. Oh, I'm tired. Need to get driving. I'm way behind this morning. Let's get out of this gas station. Alright. Oh. Alright, let's throw out my Manhattan deli chicken. Throw that out. Should be doing is taking a nice walk, get some exercise. All right. Oh, gotta get into this traffic now. The rush to work. The rush to work. All right. Oh. All right. Oy.
And build a volcano and submarine from the kitchen table. More at littlepassports.com.
June is Pride Month, an opportunity to celebrate the accomplishments of the long struggle for full LGBTQ plus equality and to assess the work that remains ahead. Plus, a celebration of Southern queer pride.
Often we just uplift the narratives and the
Adam's Family Restaurant open for breakfast. Oh. Back to Cleveland. Back to Cleveland.
Decision. They're choosing whether or not to change the names of 9 schools. But it's really a choice about how to remember America's history with slavery and who gets to be a hero.
We would like to see the name Robert E. Lee High School to be preserved. It's a lot of history.
Quit picking out pieces of history to support your current cause. History is history.
I roamed the halls with a Confederate slave owner general on the wall, but nobody cares.
And if the name changes, big deal. My life is not going to be one iota different. I encourage you to change the name.
Those are just some of the voices from a series of town hall.
Yes, breakfast. Up there's the police or fire car up here. Oh no, that's the state police probably. Little accident it looks like. Little accident. Little fender bender. Little fender bender. How do I get on 80? Where's the on-ramp? Or is there no on-ramp here? I bet you there's no on-ramp. You can get off, but you can't get back on. Oh my gosh. There's no way to get on here. Alright, I gotta look at a map. It's probably around the corner here. If I can. Kumar, where are you at, Kumar? I can't even pull up the damn. Oh my god, this is sad. I can't open anything on this stupid. Where are my phone cables at? Oh, my car's a disaster. Frigging giant butthead disaster. India. Okay, welcome to New Jersey. It's 6 a.m. So, if my math is right, what is it, 5 or 6 in the afternoon there, maybe? Something like that. I bet I can't even open a map. What year am I in? Hey, Bo. I'm not sure. Yeah, 4 p.m. Okay, so 6 and 4, 10 hours. That's what I was kind of thinking, but all right. How do I get on the highway again here? Where am I at? I cannot get on the highway here. You can get off, but you can't get back on. That sounds like something from Hotel California. Yeah, exactly, Bug. I get your comment now. All right, okay. All right, I got to go around the bend here. Okay. All right. Go up there. I can get on. All right. This next interchange here. Right next door. Just a second away. You can get on, but you can't get off. How you feel about traffic laws? Oh, hey, knowledge. All right. right, I gotta pay attention here. All right. Oops, this is a driveway. A little bumpy here. All right, we learned about 3 little villages here in Jersey, so makes you go in circles. Oh, I want to just take a nice little hike. I need some exercise, man. We got to go around the bend here to another road right next door. There's a full interchange there. A full interchange. I just drove around these little villages. If you go back later, Bo, you can see these little neighborhoods I was in here and the lake. All right, we got to go this way to the right. MapQuest. I haven't used MapQuest in forever, yeah. I prefer a map over MapQuest. Siri, I don't ask Siri anything. Yeah, I don't get enough exercise. Sitting in the car so much just makes me crazy. Oh, there's another commuter train. Maybe. You want to see the commuter train? I already showed the commuter train earlier. Oh, I got to learn about New Jersey Transit commuter trains here for a second. How long it takes to get into the city from here, how much it costs. I don't use Apple Maps for anything. I don't like any of them, actually. All right, here's a full interchange right here. Roxbury Township. East, west. Go west, young man. Real maps are always the best. Google Maps, they don't have a lot of, the digital maps just don't have a lot of information on them, They really don't. They stripped all kinds of shit off of a normal map. Terrible maps. This is the exit I got off at last night, or yesterday morning. Mount Olive, Bud Lake, Hackettstown. The borough of Netcong. The township of Mount Olive. Oh. What was I looking for? Oh, yeah. Oops. No damn signal on this other phone. This is just nonsense, man. Freaking 4G? What the hell is that about? I gotta get new phones and new companies. That's terrible. Oh. Back to Cleveland. Oh, I've been in Brooklyn for 2 days or 3 days. Had my great Brooklyn excursion. I want to go back. Finally got LTE service. Oh my God. Remarkable. What did I want to look at? Oh yeah. What time is it? 6 o'clock. Where do you live, Bo? Yeah, when our humidity is up, it's like epic, man. It's epic. Yeah, it makes people crazy. Virginia's gotta be good, yeah. I really would like to live in DC. I really would. But yeah, I think it's more humid than Cleveland in the summers overall. Overall. Oh, Vegas, yeah, Vegas, baby. I got a good friend who just moved out there last year. I might be out there in a few months if I get to do this trip to Colorado. I'll be driving. It'll be an excursion. Hackettstown. Can't even open this damn map. What is with these internet out here this morning? Jesus. It's terrible. Not pay the bill or something on this phone? I mean, I didn't pay the bill. Oh, I love Vegas. Been too long. That's why this phone won't work. There's no money on the damn account. Shh, my month must have been up. Ugh. Jeez. Freaking no money. Ugh. I got no service. I gotta stop up here and see if I've got enough money to put on it. I don't know if I do or don't. It's always something. It's always something. Oh, no wonder it was acting flaky. Well, I finally figured out I should check. You have no funds in your account. You need to add money. How do you want to do that? Well, this is a new account on this device, and I don't even remember when I started it, so I guess it was a month ago. Silly me. I never pay attention to this stuff, and I don't have enough money in like one account to always make sure I can just have automated payment turned on. I'm always running at a deficit. All right, we got traffic catching us up to us again here. Approaching the Pennsylvania border. And the Delaware Water Gap recreation area. Here's an exit. Oh. Oh. Okay, Bo. Oh, did you work all night or whatever? I need to go back to sleep myself. Oh, the land of make-believe is up here at exit 12. What's the land of make-believe? Oh, that's funny. Is that a destination? The land of make-believe. Alright. Alright, which way do I want to go? This way. Alright, just want to pull over for a second here. I want to see the land of make-believe. Ooh, Dunkin Donuts. I think this might have been one of the ones I was looking at on the map. I might get another coffee. You never know. Might get another coffee. This is good to know. Good exit. It's a closed motorcycle dealership here. Building and 1 acre for sale. There's a nice little highly used landscapers pickup truck, dump truck, snowplow for sale. Oh, it's got some rust. Wonder how much they want for it. Uh, uh, oh my gosh, I can't even. Fuck, I can't even look at the damn internet to see how much money I have. Ah, fuck. Let's see if I can do a hotspot real quick here. It'll just be audio for a little. Think it'll keep working. We'll find out. All right, do that. How do I turn that on? Where is it? There. All right. All right. I got that turned on. Oh, let me see here. Wi-Fi. There we go. Let's connect. Bazinga. I want to look at how much money I have. Oh. Some water. There's enough money in that account. Just enough. Okay, let's see what the other accounts have. What's Venmo got? Could have enough. Forget how much I need. 45 or 50. Cash App. I was looking for my Cash App. How does that work? What the heck was that? What the hell was that? Hopefully that just blew in the car from somewhere. Oh, freaking like a little larva or something. Who's, oh, that's those images. Alright. What am I doing? Oh, I'm so tired. PayPal. I don't think there's much in PayPal. Yeah, there's $5. That was a little wormy thing, like that long, laying on top of my bag. I just came out of, the bags I had out of the hotel. So maybe it flew in out of the window or somehow. I don't know. I was concerned maybe I picked it up in the hotel. It's like, what the fuck? All right, what was I doing? Just a little, white, this wide, that long, little wormy thing. I don't know what the heck that would have. I don't know. What am I doing? I gotta pay this bill. So I have a phone. I gotta use a different card. All right, we gotta use this card. What were the options? All right, we're done. All right. All right. All right, let's turn this off. All right, let's recycle the phone just to make sure. All right, I'm gonna go look at this beat up pickup truck. I'm always looking, always looking. It's a beater. Good New Jersey rust on it. You can see right in there. 2002. Don't have that many miles, but they're hard miles. Comes with the older plow. $6,500. It seems like a lot. This thing's pretty beat up. Tires are not so good. I don't know. I haven't priced a little plow truck with a dump on it like ever. Oh, you can buy a nice building here with an acre lot. Oh. All right. Let's get on the road again. Oh, I just want to go to bed. My schedule is all out of whack. All out of whack. Oh. Oh. Blah, blah, blah. What are we going to do? Traffic. Easy on, easy off. A big truck pushing me up the hill. All right.
4 hours a day weather, and other parts of the state only both 12 or 15 hours. So we try to harmonize very diverse state, and so but we want to make sure it's early voting. We get mail-in ballot units available. We do everything possible, I think, to make sure that everybody who wants to vote, the registered voter, has that opportunity. That's where they're going.
almost entirely Republican, and different rules to counties over 30,000, which would include bluer counties.
Right, right. And a lot of that, as we get down to the weeds and I represent rural Texas, 3 counties in East Texas. But what you have is some different financial limitations, some budget limitations that some poor counties have. So we try to work with some numbers. It's a difficult. We have 250 counties in Texas. Some of them literally have 100 people, and others, like Harris County, have upwards of 6 or 8 million. So it's a balancing act. We try to do it. I'm looking forward to coming back to special session and getting this right.
My goodness, there's so much to discuss. We've just scratched the surface, but Representative Clardy, I really appreciate your help with this. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for having me on the show. Bye-bye.
Republican State Representative Travis Clardy, East Texas.
Oh.
Support for NPR comes from WNYC members and from Fidelity Wealth Management, helping clients develop a personalized plan to grow and protect their wealth.
Oh. Yeah, I keep forgetting that's, I guess, where this area is considered. I don't know anything about this area, I know nothing about the Poconos. Oh. 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 Hey, Ice. Just trying to finally get back to Cleveland. Scenic overlook. We should have pulled in there. I like a good scenic overlook. Delaware River, the Delaware Water Gap. Popular area to. Hey, just Stefan. morning. Ooh, look at that. Oh, dragon butt. Oh. I'm not rested at all. Got woke up at a little after midnight. Phone call. They wanted me to drive to Georgia. Unfortunately, I wasn't back. Otherwise, we'd be halfway to Georgia by now. But he says there might be other trips down there now. That was an 8-hour drive from Columbus, wherever they were going. Is it 8 hours from Columbus to Atlanta? It seems like it's farther, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, thanks for my sandwich yesterday. Oh, I'm dragging. I need exercise and sleep. Schedule's way off. This is a big hiking area around here, the Delaware Water Gap. I guess down here where I stopped the other day is a location where a lot of people park and go hiking. Delaware Water Gap National Recreation Area. Seabus to Atlanta is 8 hours? Okay. Because it's been so long since I drove that. I don't know the math. I guess I was thinking, 10 or 11 hours from Cleveland. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So it sounds like they're going to have these trips sort of often. So we may be doing that. I want to come back to New York, though. I got to learn a little bit when I stopped back here this morning after I got my coffee. I crossed the other side of the highway for a second, found a New Jersey transit station, learned a quick couple things about taking the train into the city, got to see a train pull up, people get on the train, the machine you could buy a ticket at. I gotta get out of these trucks here. Oh, that's what this stop is part of. Okay. Dunlip Creek exit here. That's where we're at. Right there. Appalachian Trail. The AT crosses. Okay. So this is a route on the AT right through here. Oh yeah, we gotta pay a toll up here. Gotta pay a toll. I got my Easy Pass. Yeah, I'm sure it is. You guys would love it. If you don't, do you know about the Appalachian Trail? It's a famous long trail from way down south up into the. Oh, there's the river. Whoops. There's the Delaware River. Oh, it's one of the United States big trails. It goes from where Georgia, I think, to is it the White Mountains of New Hampshire? I think. I could have stayed in the other lane. Damn it! I'm not paying attention here. How this works? I'm not paying attention how this works. Should have been in the fast lane. They have a fast lane on the left. You don't need to go through the toll. I'm just not paying attention. I'm not awake yet. Delaware Water Gap Welcome Area. Pennsylvania. We're in Pennsylvania. So the AT is a famous trail that people. There's a number of famous trails in America, like the Pacific Crest Trail. I can't think of some of the others, but the AT is probably the most famous. And people that are hikers, some people will hike the whole thing in 1 year. It's a brutal trail. Okay, you'll get soaked. It's a primitive trail, crosses lots of little towns. People will have little towns where they'll have supplies mailed ahead of time to those locations to pick up. It's a serious backpackers trail. Other people will work on doing the trail over many, many years, doing sections of it. There's a million things written about it. Check it out. All right, that should be the last toll of the day. There's famous things to do along the trail. Like when you hit certain little towns, there's things to do, like go get some ice cream and eat a half gallon of ice cream or something like that at this stuff like that. Famous rites of passage. All right. Lots of traffic this morning. Everybody's back to life. No. Pennsylvania? Come on. Jersey is the pit of America. Jersey's just shopping plazas and chemical plants. But their tomatoes are pretty famous, but that's because of the chemical plants, probably. Oh, this exit here, East Stroudsburg, is where I got my Easy Pass at the giant supermarket store. I'll have to set up a damn account again. I completely lost my old Easy Pass. Oh yes, Pittsburgh is definitely so PA. We won't be too close to Pittsburgh. We'll be safe. Oh. Oh. Oh, the armored car's not moving too fast. Must be loaded. Oh, speed limit's 50 through here. Yeah, it's because it's a slightly busy bunch of exits, so they'll slow the speed limit down. Oh yeah, there's a Stady over there. Yeah, there's a Stady sitting back there. Yeah, because it's a high traffic area with all these exits here. Some turns. Yep. Oh. Oh.
On today's date, in 1893, Dvorak wrapped up his first academic year in America.
I got a flashing light for a tire again. Jeez. Shit. Guess we should get off, shouldn't we? What the hell? Alright, guys. See you later. We gotta get off here and check this tire. Whatever tire. What's it telling me here? Tire system monitor. What did it just say? Maybe I don't have a tire. Maybe I do. Oh, yeah. Service tire monitor system. Service tire monitor system. Oh. Got one tire not showing anything. That's why. It's flaky, you know. So it goes bad every now and then. Acts wiggy. We'll find out. We'll find out. All right, where are we going here? Which way? Lowe's, Kohl's. gas stations were that way for sure. I don't know if you can turn right on red in Pennsylvania. I forget. Just gonna wait. The sun is bright. Ugh. Green light. Turn around. I see gas stations the other way for sure. I gotta plug you guys in again. How do I do that? I keep unplugging you guys. I don't understand. Alright, come on. Okay, Stefan, see you later. Oh, yeah, I should still be live. Oh. See what's going on with these tires. Just a flaky tire monitor, maybe. Batteries go bad in those things after years, and the only way you fix it is you replace the whole tire monitor. Typically. Well, at least gasoline is more expensive here than when I bought it. I always hate that. Find cheaper gas up the road. Alright. Car and truck wash. Hello, Dano. Yo, yo. Well, I guess I should. Tires are all good. One front one's a little low, just a tad. Gotta buy an air pump. I'm so fed up with paying for air. There's a set of crutches here at the air stations. Should I grab the crutches, or do you think there's somebody's? That's funny. Air. How much? You gotta be kidding me. Jeez, oh man, $2 for air. That's friggin' highway robbery, man. That payphone's all torn up. I like pictures of destroyed payphones. $2 for air. Jeez almighty, $2. Oh yeah, there's no free air much anywhere anymore. Some in Cleveland. In Cleveland, there's free air at this one tire store, and there's free air at the one supermarket gas station chain. I'm gonna go across the street. See what their prices are over here. Same thing, $2. Or maybe not. Let's see here. That one. Let's turn around. Turn around and we'll. We're gonna split the air. Did I leave the door open? Yes, left the door open, beeping like mad. We're gonna split the air. This is awesome. All right, I got quarters, I think. That was my bad tire, right? Yes, the left. That's good timing.
I put it on my card.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
Might as well take the cap off ahead of time.
Yeah. It says 5 minutes you get. Oh, okay. Some places like that,
out of my garage. He said, low tide. Good enough for me. It's a little low. I just had a light come on. On the highway, a light. The alarm came out as soon as I came out of the house. I didn't see what your tag said. It looked like it was another stage. Oh, it is? Okay.
I'll put this back on this side. All right. Sharing the compressor in Pennsylvania. No, we talked. He thought it was cool. All right. All right. At least we know we don't have any flats. All right. Oh, I can't technically get out this way. All right. Where are we at? Oh, wait. No, that's the right way. I forgot we crossed the road already. Okay. 80 West. Where's 80 West? The other. Oh, 80 West. Right here. Okay. And you can turn right on red in Pennsylvania as long as it doesn't say you can't. Oh. Oh. Pocono Mountains.
Because it's like you think, what if he was able to fool people the way that he fooled people for decades? And you don't know. Yes, truly.
And after the guilty verdict was the sentencing. Ranieri, who described himself as a self-help guru, was sentenced at a federal court of Brooklyn to 120 years behind bars.
Keith Ranieri will not be able to victimize people anymore.
His victimization of people, his terrorizing people, it really is over.
And for me, my moment came more at sentencing, because that's when I was actually there, physically in the room, where I shared my victim impact statement, and I had my moment of closure there, and quite a bit of affirmation to get a 120-year sentence. When the judge already started with 50, I don't know, something like 50 years, and then he upped it to 120 well, after everyone spoke.
What did you say to him?
I said 8 minutes worth of things to him, and ultimately when you're dealing with somebody like Keith, he has no empathy. He's not able to understand the feelings of his victims. And so I didn't go in there thinking that I was going to get anything from him, but that I knew that I was going to get the closure that I needed in saying my piece.
Allison Mack pleaded guilty to her role in the court and is awaiting sentencing, as are several other former members of the court.
All I can say is, if Catherine Oxenberg says she's going to do something, believe her. Because she is the reason that Keith Ranieri is in prison for the next 120 years, if he can live them. I know there were many other people, including myself, that were involved in his demise. But if I were to sum up the end of Keith Ranieri, I think it could be summarized in just 2 words:
Catherine Oxenberg.
The legal case might have been over, but with Catherine's support, it was really just the beginning of India's recovery.
I watched her go through many, many dark days. It felt like as the cult persona was dismantling, the way she described it was that she thought she was going crazy and almost experiencing a death. Which is a very schizophrenic. Yeah,
Oh, do you?
very scary. Control my thoughts, which was the unraveling of the indoctrination. I was feeling very tortured and very dark for a long time when I was coming out of this group. My mom just kept saying, like, it's a process, it's a process, it's a process. Or what was the other thing that you would always say? This too shall pass. And I know that sounds so corny, but it was so pivotal. Like, I had to know that because I was in a place where I couldn't see that there could be something outside of this, that I might feel good again. And I know that it sounds so trivial, but like, I have felt so lost from myself for so long that I think just getting to feel like me again is such a triumph.
With therapy and cult deprogramming, India was dealing with the emotional scars. But of course, there was still the physical scar.
Okay, Buck.
What happened to your brand?
Oh, I went through a lot of different decisions. I submitted on YouTube that says Incora Empire is still learning in Latin inside of it, and it's kind of a mandala and an evil eye. Covers every inch of the big heart. Looking at myself, going like, oh wow, I really like this now. I really felt a lot of hatred towards myself and towards the brand when I didn't have it covered, and being able to reclaim it and tattoo it with something that's meaningful for me has changed my feelings about myself and about my body in a significant way, more than I expected.
Since India left the cult in 2018, she and her mom Catherine have made a series together about their experience called Ghost.
And mothers, like, take it away. Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's always been great. I think I took for granted this on. We're stronger together than we ever were, and we're looking forward to working together in many ways and using this experience as a platform to help other people. Very happy to have her back.
Yes,
and for me, I also think that our relationship has never been better, and my gratitude for my mom and what she has done for me is just so sometimes overwhelming. It's hard to talk about because it's like when somebody fights for you to have a
Oh
life,
yeah, it does actually. I love it.
Like there really isn't.
It's all new. I love it. I love the new.
So I've gotten to experience that now that I'm on the other side of this.
India and Catherine Oxenberg. This is Outlook on the BBC World Service. If you'd like to hear more about how India became involved with Nexium, search for Outlook wherever you get your podcasts. There you'll find part 1 of this 4-part series.
I forget, what the hell was this guy about with this cult? I'd have to look that up. I know I remember hearing, I think, a little bit about it. Oh. Oh. Yeah, the first thing about moving somewhere, though, is finding a good base. You know? That's the tricky thing, you know. Finding a good, where you're going to really be. Oh, oh my. Just need some exercise. I think that would change it, but it's supposed to be home in a few hours. Ain't gonna happen. I'm still a long way off. Still a long way off. My sister's gonna be unhappy with me, but oh well. Well, we get to see some more of this country we drove through in daylight. I guess I drove through most of it in the daylight, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, she's supposed to leave today. I was supposed to take her, but I'm not going to be there in time this morning to do that. I'm going to call her soon. Oh, what was that? What did I just do? Oh. I didn't stay at a Holiday Inn, but I did come out fairly clean. All right, Buck. Oh, you're married. I don't think I knew that. Congratulations. All right.
For time for you to look at a new mattress? Well, you gotta check out a Casper mattress. Maybe you've seen them online. Well, or having difficulty getting a job because of COVID-19's economic impact, the Commission on Economic Opportunity is providing assistance to
There was a trooper back there. Trooper in the middle.
Grandmother, and it was devastating to hear this. Just to try to even imagine what other parents, mothers are going through. Kamloops was run by the Catholic Church from 1890 until the Canadian government assumed control in 1969. It remained open as a day school until 1978.
Across the country, Canadians have left rows of empty shoes in public spaces to commemorate the children who never got to grow up. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said Monday that he would meet with his ministers to discuss ways to support residential school survivors.
Sadly, this is not an exception or an isolated incident. We're not going to hide from that.
It was only in 2008 Canadian government applied a nationwide residential school program. Saul Malaqua, a member of the Kingfisher Lake First Nation and a member of Ontario's provincial parliament, carefully addressed his colleagues, calling for searches at sites.
It was a secret that our children lie on these properties of former schools. It's an open secret that Canadians can no longer look away from them.
In the province of Saskatchewan, the Federation of Sovereign Indigenous Nations has called on the federal government to finance ground radar searches of at least 6 additional residential schools. For NPR News, I'm Emma Jacobs in Montreal. This is NPR News.
WVIA's Facebook page is a place where fans of shows like Masterpiece, Antiques Roadshow, and Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me gather to enjoy more of WVIA's offerings. View, post, comment, share, and like on WVIA's Facebook page. Visit us daily.
One of the pleasures of bird watching is learning to identify different species by their songs. I'm Jim Metzner, and this is the Pulse of the Planet.
It's a great challenge to come out into a place like this and try to distinguish all the different bird sounds.
David Allen Sibley is the artist and author of Sibley's Guide to Birds.
Well, the first step is just to notice them, just to pay attention and try to distinguish some of the different sounds. I compare it to learning a second language. The first step is just distinguishing those different sounds and tuning in your ears so that you can actually hear the differences between some of them. Well, you can hear the robin that's singing up here now is a series of short, warbled phrases, but they're clear notes with, at times, a sort of liquid quality, like a gurgling quality. That's now the alarm call of the robin, that sharp note. But the scarlet tanager song is robin-like in that it's a series of short phrases, but it has a burry, rolled, rough quality to it, without any of the liquid or gurgling sounds of the robin. The same sort of challenge as describing the taste of a wine. You can't put it into words, so you borrow these words that just sort of recall feelings or what the sound implies in a way. There's a vocabulary for describing bird songs, though. That's the tanager singing now.
Our thanks to David Allen Sibley. If you'd like to hear about our new Pulse of the Planet CD, please visit our website at pulseplanet.com. Pulse of the Planet is presented by the National Science Foundation. I'm Jim Metzner.
Thanks so much for your membership of WVIA Radio. That financial support makes all of our programming possible. To learn how you can become a member, visit WVIA.org, and thanks for your support of WVIA Radio.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from Little Passports offering activity kits to company dedicated to helping enterprises stop ransomware. While attackers hold businesses to ransom, Cyber works to protect them. More at reason.com/ransom. It's Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm Noel King.
And I'm Steve Inskeep. The next stop for the Biden administration in getting people vaccinated against the coronavirus involves help from community health centers that serve many rural and low-income communities. Shalina Chadlani of Gulf States Newsroom takes us to one in Mississippi.
On the northeast border of Mississippi, where the river nourishes rich and green Delta farmland, sits a small town called Mound Bayou. Walking around, you mostly see rundown banks, hotels, and gas stations that were once vibrant, but now stand broken on the sides of dirt roads. This town was founded by formerly enslaved people, many of whom became farmers. Mitch Williams grew up on a farm here in the 1930s. He says he spent long days working the soil with his hands.
They work from the side of the soil. If you would cut yourself, they took no sutures in, no stitches in it. You wrapped it up and kept going.
Healthcare across the Mississippi Delta was sparse, and much of it was segregated. That is, until a new clinic opened in the 1960s called the Delta Health Center. It was for all residents and free. Williams, who was 85, was one of the first patients.
They were seeing the patients in the local churches, they mobile units. I had never seen that kind of comprehensive care.
Today, the Delta Health Center is one of about 1,400 community health centers across the country that gets federal funding to care for patients regardless of their ability to pay. In the 60s, in Mound Bayou and surrounding areas, many people didn't have clean drinking water or indoor plumbing. Delta Health Center became part of the civil rights movement. The center helped people in poverty insulate their homes. Doctors and staffers built outhouses and provided food for the hungry.
The community health center movement was the conduit of physicians all over this country who believed that all people have a right to health care.
Dr. Robert Smith is a physician and a civil rights leader. Half a century later, Black Southerners are still confronting barriers to health. Nadia Bethley is a Delta Health Center clinical psychologist.
We have a lot of chronic health conditions here, particularly concentrated in the Mississippi Delta, that lead to higher rates of complications and death with COVID, and it's been tough.
Delta Health Center has grown from being housed in trailers in Mound Bayou to 17 clinics across 5 counties.
Kathy?
During the pandemic, many other places had trouble reaching Black Americans, but Delta vaccinated over 5,500 patients, most of them Black.
We don't have the National Guard, lining up out here running for site. It's the people who work here.
The Mississippi Department of Health says it's been prioritizing community health centers since the beginning of the vaccine rollout. But Delta Health CEO John Fairman says it was only receiving a couple hundred doses a week early on. It wasn't until early March that they started to get more consistent supply.
Many states would be much further ahead had they utilized community health centers from the very beginning.
Dr. Robert Smith, the civil rights leader, agrees. He says equal access to care in rural communities is just as critical during this global health crisis as it was in the 60s.
When healthcare improves for Blacks, it will improve for all Americans.
For NPR News, I'm Shalina Chatlani in Mound Bayou, Mississippi.
Shalina's story comes from NPR's partnership with the Gulf States Newsroom and Kaiser Health News. This is NPR News.
Programming on WVIA is made possible by our members and by Discover Card. Information about Discover at discover.com/kids. Discover is a proud supporter of programming on WVIA Radio.
Writer Clint Smith asks why some historic landmarks are honest about America's legacy of slavery, but many more ignore it.
What does it mean for a site to be a place of celebration for someone and to be a site of violence for another? And how can those two people experience the same place in such different ways?
Writer and educator Clint Smith. That's on the TED Radio, NPR.
Sunday at 10 a.m. on WVIA Radio.
Entering the Chesapeake Bay watershed. No, not really. I was too wound up. Then at 12:15 a.m. the phone rang. Trip to Georgia. Unfortunately, I was not back in Ohio, or we would probably be going to Georgia. No. So I'm kind of dragging. And my schedule's all off. Totally off. I need some exercise, but I gotta get back. Yeah.
She wrote the book as a way to examine both her family's immigration history and the model minority myth.
Which is this idea that if you work hard enough, you can be just as successful as white middle-class citizens in this country.
But she says America's long history of racial discrimination often makes that impossible.
Unfortunately, in my father's passing from cancer, something which I think became exacerbated by this devotion to this failing ideology, I learned very early on that this is not an idea that was healthy.
Young read an excerpt from her poem, This Is to Live Several Lives.
Let me tell you a story which begins with a death and ends with a study of a life of labor, done with such seeming ease. It is like an art. The way it takes on this other life, the body as another metaphor, while also literally doing its job to write the story of the some, the words lost before they were ever spoken. But I suppose this is a way to remember with holes.
In Leon's mind, dealing with the suffering leads to strength.
Part of repair is that we tend to our past, but we also listen to those presently who are showing us the way.
Which brings us back to the swarm.
In order to think about collective liberation, I think it does require us to think in terms of the swarm. So what can we do together better than we can when we're apart?
Muriel Leung's book, Imagine Us, The Swarm, is out now.
Sinead O'Connor has written a memoir. She's a music star who insisted on rising to fame in exactly her way, which may have been why so many people related to it. Alison McCabe reports on the story told in O'Connor's book, Remembrance.
Sinead O'Connor achieved wide fame in the MTV era with the Prince pen mega hit. All the flowers that you planted in the backyard. Her story begins in Ireland, where O'Connor says she was raised by an abusive mother. Her parents split up when she was 9, and trouble soon followed.
I was stealing everything that wasn't nailed down, basically. Finally, I stole a pair of gold shoes for a friend of mine to wear to a Pretenders concert in Dublin. And I got the hand on the shoulder, excuse me, miss.
O'Connor landed in reform school, but her life began to turn around.
Sister Margaret was like a mother to me. There was a punk rock shop closed in Dublin called Mayor Max. And she took me there to go into the lake park, and she got my first guitar and book of chords for Bob Dylan's song.
O'Connor was offered a recording contract while still in her teens. Before that, Ireland's biggest female export was an early 1970s pop singer called Dana. O'Connor had other ideas. When O'Connor's label bosses pressured her to dress more femininely, she shaved her hair and wore combat boots. Some of her songs drew attention to social issues, others referenced her difficult childhood. Her self-produced 1987 debut got airplay on MTV and college radio. Riot Girl pioneer Kathleen Hanna says her roommate bought a copy of this set.
We just sat there in silence and listened to the whole entire record. I don't think we even talked. Being on a journey, it felt like someone had written songs that were like already living inside me.
O'Connor's the contrast with everything happening in the pop world, recalls music critic Jeff.
Still a long way. 260 miles of Pennsylvania and about 100 in Ohio. Still a long way off.
O'Connor's next album, I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got, sold more than 7 million copies. She performed in 1992. She closed her set by tearing up a photo of Pope John XXII. a gesture of protest against the Catholic Church's silence on child abuse. When actor Joe Pesci hosted the show, because it failed the following week, he had this show.
It was my show. Oh, it gave us such a smack.
After SNL, O'Connor still refused to play the game. Kathleen Hanna says she drew rebuke, but that's also what made her real.
She's talking about racism, she's talking about poverty, she's talking about homelessness, she's talking about abuse, she's talking about religious intolerance. She's a walking middle finger.
O'Connor stopped making hit records in the 90s, but she never stopped making music. In addition to writing her own songs, O'Connor restyled Irish folk, jazz standards, reggae, and religious music.
Yeah.
Her struggles and outspoken views have often been fodder for the tabloids, says Jessica Hopper.
People were not looking to necessarily understand what and how she was as an artist. And so it was just very easy for people to push her to the side, to disqualify her work, because she was, quote unquote, difficult.
But Hopper says O'Connor's significance endures.
She's really remained steadfastly her own artist this whole time. You really still cannot deny her voice and her talent.
In early 2020, O'Connor began reclaiming her musical legacy with a string of sold-out shows. New music is in the works, too.
Hey, Sean.
I wouldn't have consciously set out with the desire to be a voice for others. I was setting out to be heard.
What O'Connor won't do is apologize for surviving. I'm Allison McCabe.
Never cry again. Never cry again.
I'm Steven Street.
And I'm Noel King.
This is WVIA 89.9 FM, WVIA HD1, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Hazleton, WVYA 89.7 FM, Williamsport, WTIO 88.3 FM, Mainsburg, Mansfield, at Lake Wallenpaupack, WPAU 91.5 FM, Palmyra Township, WVBU 90.5 FM, Lewisburg, and translators W289.
You should take up some running, Dano. Well, maybe some good walking. I really am trying to get my 10,000 steps in a day. I need to start doing that every day, 4 miles minimum. I gotta start losing weight, get back in some shape. This last year has been brutal. A Fitbit. Oh, well, the only time I got 10,000 steps in the last week was in Cincinnati. I did some walking in Brooklyn and that, but not near as much.
And I'm Steven Street. Democrats blocked that plan over the weekend, but in this hour we hear from a Republican.
And we are glad that you're with us on this Tuesday morning. A short week this week, both work-wise and because there's a lot going on here at the WRGN studios this week. I'm talking about all the extra work that is going on because of the More Than a Yard sale.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's coming up this Saturday. I am. In fact, I heard my wife recruiting you to do something as well, Doug.
Well, there certainly was an attempt.
Oh, you didn't commit to that?
Say that.
Oh, okay. All right.
I didn't like say I'm coming out this day. That I mean, I feel like I have outs.
Oh, you've got yourself
a lot of excuses.
Okay, then.
Sometimes out that I just sometimes I want to.
I'll be at the house to pick you up on the way out to the
Okay.
Absolutely right. Lucky dog you. I have to ride in the van with the trailer, and you get to ride your motorcycle. All right. Well, we got the motorcycle ride coming 2/19. I will definitely be riding for that. And I hope you will as well. If you drive a motorcycle, come on out for our Ride for Radio that's coming up on Saturday, June 19th. Of course, before that, our More Than a Yard sale this Saturday, 211 Bethel Hill.
Oh, okay. Is it a bucket truck or like a sign truck or what? I used to use bucket trucks all the time. That looks like a fiber splicing truck there. Or something else, I'm not sure. Some sort of cable guy. Yeah, ladder. Yeah, trucks are typically ladders. Not always. They're different than bucket trucks because sign trucks, the boom on them is really a crane usually, so it can lift the sign up and then maybe have a basket on the end of it. Oh, they're different. I'm not sure that sign trucks are insulated like a bucket trucks are for electrical. Harrison. Oh, the Lorraine Bridge. Yes, there you go. So you call those wasted heartbeats? You're funny. No, 80. 80. New York City, 80, dude. You only get so many. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. Wow, I watched a movie in the hotel last night. Captain America, Winter Soldier. Wow. I realized that's one of the movies that was filmed in Cleveland. It's cool to see all those building scenes and stuff. Pretty intense movie. My old girlfriend used to say that about your turn signal and your starter motor. You only get so many uses out of them. Alright, move over here. Move over. What do we got going on here? The move over trucks. He's spraying the guardrail area for weed with Roundup. He's using Roundup or something nasty. Oh. Time. Is a tanker of nitrous oxide, I think. Oh. Oh. Still here. Oh. I need to stop. I did not wash my face this morning. I need to rinse my face. Oh, I washed everything last night. Just didn't wash my face this morning. Got the complete car wash treatment last night. Oh, get some fresh air. Oh, all right. It's a good exit. Lots of stuff. Oh. We'll go into the loves. 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 All right. Travel Plaza. Can't park there. Can't park there. My brain. My brain. I'll park here, I guess. Oh. Oh, Mary. I didn't know you were here. Good morning. No, I didn't really get a lot of sleep. I'm clean. Even my pits smell good. I'm just no, because I watched a movie. It's a good movie. Captain America: Winter Soldier, filmed in Cleveland. It's cool to see all the buildings. Oh. And then 12:15 a.m. the phone rang. They wanted me to drive to Georgia, to Atlanta. If I was in Cleveland, we would have been doing that, probably. No, this at 4 a.m. when I came, or 5 when I came down. It was some other guy. Just handed. I didn't expect anybody to really be there. Just gave him the card and left. Uh, uh. I think I do think he lives there though. I think the dude has a wife. I saw a gal and a little kid who was out riding their little electric car in the parking lot. He's a cranky dude though. Ugh, so sad. Ugh. Ugh. And then my phone, the other phone, I couldn't use my other phone this morning. I'm like, why is it only got 4G signal? I'm like, oh. Then I figured it out. I didn't pay the bill. The bill ran out. I paid that. Where are we at? We're close to Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. I drove around the other side of the freeway, a couple little towns there. Learned how to take a train into the city from there. That's like almost the end of the New Jersey Transit stop where I was at on that train line. So I learned a little tiny thing about that. Ooh, hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes to get in, maybe 2 hours to get into the city from there by train. It'd be a good hour by car, but you got to drive and pay a toll on the bridge if you're going in, and then you'd have to find a place to pay for parking. And parking would be $65 a day in Manhattan, the guy said. The train costs him $350 a month for his monthly pass. I think he was just going into Hoboken. Where are we at here? I'm at Love's. Let's see. Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. What's that other city I'm thinking of? Harrisburg's down there. Yeah, Allentown's down there. What's that city? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Same thing in Chicago. Yep. Yep. I mean, that's a good place to park. It's over $15 to get in. But if you can get somewhere where you can get on the subway, it's only $2.75. Then it's cheap. Yeah, the big thing is just finding parking. $350 a month for that, and then the guy's spending 3+ hours a day commuting. That always blows my mind. I mean, I get that he's making better money and he has a house out here. He can live out here because he can't live in there. So I was right at the edge. That's why that road was probably so busy, because I was right at the edge of a lot of commuters. I bet right out there. Not quite the edge, but you know, uh, interesting. So, yep. So at least I learned how that train. I got to see him get on the train, pulled in, and it'd be fun to do. Take a train ride in like that. Uh, if you had the time, 'cause you could drive in closer, save time. Yeah, it's then you got to deal with all the traffic. Oh, all right. What was I looking at? Dragon. Oh, that's weird. Okay. There's a new delivery in Scranton, Pennsylvania. There's no deliveries around here. Uh, yep. And if we would have been in Ohio this morning around 12 or 1 a.m., I would be driving to Georgia. Oh, well. But that guy said we might have. He's pretty sure there's going to be more trips to Georgia, Atlanta. I'd rather come back to New York City. I think these will be rarer. My schedule's just off. I just need some rest, good rest. I haven't gotten that. I need some exercise and some rest. Oh, all right. I'm going to go inside for a second. I'm just going to leave this thing run here, I think. Just going to find a necessary room. That's what it is. You never use that term? I've seen places that use it. It's because it's necessary. Got some goodies. Oh yeah, I'm still a long way. I didn't get far at all. Alright. Oh. I bought junk food and goodies. What can you say? Actually, I think that beef jerky I just bought was a pretty good price. Okay. But it's convenience stores, you know. It's getting warm out. Guess we're back to some warm weather versus all that crap I've been in. Yep. Bought 2 bags of this stuff, 10 ounces each. First one was $8, second one was $6.50. That's a pretty good price for jerky, I think. Jerky's good snack food, and it's fairly healthy, really, compared to some shit. And 2 bananas, and some moo juice that I paid too much money for. Too much money for the moo juice. Convenience store prices. Alright. We're organized. Well, it's a good little stop here. I mean, Subway, Burger King, McDonald's, Arby's, showers, everything you could want. It's a good exit. Yep. All right. Susquehanna River. The Susquehanna River. Susquehanna River. Alright, gotta get our driving cap back on. I might talk, but I'm not gonna pay attention to anything on the comments. I just need to focus on, I'm not into, I'm tired, I don't want to focus on too much. Traffic, lots of traffic. Bad timing here. Look at this guy going slow. My gosh. So slow. Way slow. Fredo's the one who got some rest. Not me. I know there's a banana in there. There we go. Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Bloomsburg University.
Malcolm was killed, they thought he had a weapon and they found a crucifix on him. Then Francisco said there was a Benito Rodriguez out of the state of Washington who was killed carrying a cell phone. You know who he was? The great grandson of Chief Joseph. You know? And that cell phone, right? That to me, that's a scariest thing. Even scarier than a crucifix. You know why? Because everyone has a cell phone. So if they want to claim that I saw a shiny object, you know, and they're gonna find a cell phone on pretty much everybody. It's the problem is not police by themselves. It's the judicial system and it's the politicians that are cowards. They will not step forward. It's our society as a whole. I don't have to tell you these companies every single day. We have a society, based on those who have, those who don't. It's so basically, and I look at it like those that are considered human, those ones that are not considered human. And you're right. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to want to have you back on when you have your final report. Rebecca Rodriguez is the director of the Ross published the law enforcement county. Rebecca Rodriguez is a professor at the University of Arizona, author of several books, including Yogi, a warrior summit from the spirit world, testimonials on violence and police violence in Black, brown, and indigenous communities. Also the book Justice, Question of Race, where Rebecca Rodriguez details his own experience after founder of the nonprofit Voices of Strength, works with families of other victims killed by police. Her own brother, Michael Panetta, was killed by Woodland, California police in February of 2006. Canada, where the bodies of 215 children have been found on the grounds of a former residential school where Indigenous children were sent after being forcibly separated from their families. Indigenous children were sent after being forcibly separated from their families by the Canadian government.
Yeah, pretty obscene what happened up in Canada. I mean, we kind of did it here too, where they forced Indian children into these residential schools, tried to force them to become, kind of Western to lose their language, and now they're finding hundreds of bodies buried at these places. Just obscene.
Trade show on Monday, saying
Bring friends, your family, and chairs and blankets. It's WGRC's Fan Appreciation Day at Christ Wesleyan Church on Friday,
That's the warning this morning from leaders at the World Bank, the National Monetary Fund, and the World Health and Trade Organizations. The Marketplace column, the BBC's Victoria Gray has
As G7 health and finance ministers meet in England this week, leaders from the IMF, World Bank, WTO, and WHO warn a two-track pandemic is developing with unequal vaccine distribution, leaving deadly variants to emerge and then spread across the planet. To tackle that, leaders recommend a $50 billion investment to vaccinate 60% of the world by the first half of next year. They also call for expanded global vaccine production capability, resources for test and trace programs, and distribution of more medical supplies. In London, I'm the BBC's Victoria Craig for Marketplace.
Have you tried getting an Uber or Lyft lately? Be prepared for long wait times and surge pricing around the clock. In some cities, the cost of an Uber to the airport runs of a flight. Here's Marketplace's Matt Levin.
evenings and weekends are busy again for Lyft driver Ignacio Cisneros.
I get rides immediately when I try the app, not only because there's a shortage in Lyft and Uber drivers.
I waited half an hour for his Chrysler to arrive outside a Sacramento bar. The rideshare companies are offering new incentives to attract drivers, including Lyft's $1,000 bonus for getting an ex-driver back on the road.
The highest thing I've ever seen, realistically.
Even so, many drivers who switched to food delivery apps during the pandemic aren't switching back. Harry Campbell runs the Rideshare Guy blog.
A bag of food will never talk back to you. They'll never puke in your car.
And Campbell says there are other reasons drivers aren't returning. Fear of COVID, stimulus and unemployment benefits. Riders may be stranded at least through summer.
I don't think consumers are going to have a lot of choices, to be honest.
Better make sure your passenger rating is 5 stars. I'm Matt Levin for Marketplace.
Let's do the numbers. Looking good today. The FTSE in London is up 1 Dow, S&P, and Nasdaq futures are up in the 4 to 8% range. The Dow future up 260 points.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by T-Mobile for Business, dedicated to using unconventional thinking to help businesses realize new possibilities, delivering a 5G network to unlock productivity. T-Mobile.com/unconventional. And by GEP, helping transform supply chains with strategy, services, and software, including GEP Smart and GEP Next, AI-based digital procurement and supply chain platforms.
Howard University is reestablishing its College of Fine Arts as a standalone school within the university, and it just announced that it'll name the college after actor Chadwick Boseman, who fought to preserve it when it was absorbed into the larger university 2 decades ago. Fine arts programs can provide a pipeline into Hollywood, an industry with a pipeline problem when it comes to people of color. Could having a dedicated fine arts school at a historically black university make a difference? Marketplace's Mariel Seguera reports.
People of color make up just
Chocolate
over
milk.
40% of the U.S. population, and in 2020, actually a proportionate number of actors in films, including lead roles. Darnell Hunt is a dean at UCLA and co-authors the school's annual Hollywood Diversity Report.
We saw tremendous progress for people of color in front of the camera.
So that's the good news. But
behind the camera, the progress isn't as remarkable.
People of color make up just over a quarter of film directors and writers, and only about 7% of film industry executives.
The executive suites continue to be primarily run by white men. They're the ones making decisions about what gets greenlighted, the type of budget, who's going to direct, and it has this trickle-down effect.
Now, this is obviously a huge problem to tackle, and Howard University President Wayne Frederick says one school can't fix it alone.
But we definitely are going to try to put a major dent in that problem.
Howard has a fine arts program already, but Frederick says with a dedicated school, it can attract more funding, expand enrollment, and start new programs. One model, in 2019, it launched a partnership with Amazon Studios. Students in fine arts, communications, business, and law can take classes co-taught by Howard faculty and Amazon Studios employees. Part of the point is to develop future C-suite executives.
We have law students, business students who have an interest in the industry from the side of the business aspects, ownership, being able to greenlight films, how to finance them, etc.
And who runs the business of Hollywood? That matters. Victoria Rowell is producer, writer, and director for a soap opera comedy on BET Plus called The Rich and the Ruthless.
If these C-suites don't change, we get African American people who can pull the trigger and give equal budget, not $2 million to the black producer and $20 million to a white producer, then we're not going to compare the students.
One other finding of the UCLA report, films with lead actors who were people of color or women were more likely to have smaller budgets. I'm Marielle Segarra for Marketplace.
And I'm Sabrina Benashore with the Marketplace Report. From 8 p.m. American Public Media. Programming on WVIA Radio is made possible by our members and by Indeed. More information at Indeed.com/credit. Indeed is a proud supporter of programming on your arts and information station, WVIA Radio. Support for WVIA Radio is provided by Chevrolet Cadillac of Bloomsburg, where complimentary state inspections are provided for the life of a purchased vehicle. Available at Chevrolet Cadillac of Bloomsburg and online at BloomsburgCC.com.
It's a nice little delightful way to start off the day with music of Miss Livacek on WVIA Radio. We also have on our playlist today music of Rimsky-Korsakov, Lehar, and also Juan Schubert, the lovely impromptu, plus lots of great things going on in our region. Do stay with us. Classical music happening right after the news from National Public Radio here on your arts and information station, WVIA Radio.
This is WVIA 89.9 FM, WVIA HD1 Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Hazleton. WVYA 89.7 FM Williamsport, WTIO 88.3 FM Mainsburg, Mansfield, WPAU 91.5 FM Palmyra Township, and WVEU 90.5 FM Lewisburg. Streaming live at WVIA.org with a translator in Wellsboro at 103.5. Your arts and information station, WVIA Radio. VIA thanks our Lewisburg area members and civic-minded businesses who make it possible for us to present NPR news, classical, jazz, and contemporary music, as well as public service to many arts and educational organizations throughout the central Susquehanna Valley. As a business sponsor, we can target your message to hometown listeners, put you in the sponsor spotlight on our website, recognize you in email blasts on Facebook and Twitter, invite you to VIA Days at Ski Sawmill and Knoebels. Details at VIAsponsorships.org.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. President Biden goes to Oklahoma today to mark the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa Race Massacre. As many as 300 people may have died when an armed white mob attacked the prosperous black community of Greenwood. NPR's Winston Johnston reports.
It's been 100 years since the massacre in the Greenwood district of Tulsa, a wealthy black community. Over a 2-day period,
A white mob burned hundreds of homes and businesses to the ground. Last month, Iowa Fletcher, who was 7 years old at the time of the massacre, testified before Congress to push for reparations for survivors and issued a proclamation on Monday calling on the American people to recommit to the work of rooting out systemic racism. Biden also says his administration is committed to acknowledging the role of the policy of fighting racism and other black communities. NPR News.
Marks the start of the Atlantic hurricane season. NPR's Debbie Elliott reports federal forecasters say it's expected to be busier than normal. The Atlantic hurricane season runs from now until November 30th, but we've already seen its first named storm. In the Atlantic in May. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says the U.S. Atlantic and Gulf Coast should brace for more tropical activity than usual, but not as busy as last year's record-breaking hurricane season. NOAA predicts there will be 13 to 20 named storms, up to 10 of them hurricanes, with 3 to 5 becoming major hurricanes. Forecasters say the active hurricane period is due to a combination of warmer oceans and weaker wind shear and trade winds. Debbie Elliott, NPR News. Texas Governor Greg Abbott is threatening to withhold salaries for Texas state legislators. This comes after Texas House Democrats walked out of the session. They blocked a Republican-backed bill restricting voting. Governor Abbott says he may call a special session to take up the legislation. One of the world's top tennis players, Naomi Osaka, has withdrawn from the French Open tennis tournament. Osaka had declined to speak to reporters as required by tournament rules after winning her first match on Sunday. She was fined $15,000 and faced expulsion. Osaka chose to withdraw entirely from the tournament, citing her mental health. USA Today columnist Christine Brennan says Osaka is winning support from veteran tennis champions. Tennis players, as you might expect, have come out in force. Billie Jean King is incredibly brave, she said, that Naomi Osaka has revealed her truth about her struggle with depression. And Martina Navratilova is saying, as athletes, we are taught to take care of our body, and perhaps the mental and emotional aspect gets short shrift. She spoke to NPR's Morning Edition. This is NPR. The UN's nuclear watchdog agency says traces of uranium have been found in Iran. They were at 3 locations that Iran did not declare as part of its official nuclear program. And the UN says Iran is not explaining why. The agency says it has not gotten access to Iran's nuclear data since February. NATO's foreign and defense ministers are meeting virtually today. They're preparing for a leaders' summit in Brussels later this month. Terry Schultz reports one issue gaining prominence is that of relations with China.
It was only in 2019 that China was first mentioned officially by NATO leaders as an area the alliance should focus on more. But it will be a major topic of discussion when President Biden meets his counterparts in Brussels on June 14th. Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg calls China a serious challenge, having the second largest defense budget in the world after the U.S. and the largest navy.
They are investing heavily in new modern capabilities, including hypersonic weapon systems, and they are integrating new disruptive technologies.
Europeans have typically not shared the same level of alarm as the U.S. about China's aims, but Stoltenberg says positions are converging. For NPR News, I'm Terry Schultz in Brussels.
Authorities in Nigeria say that armed men have kidnapped about 200 school children in a north-central part of the state. Local officials say the children and their abductors are now being pursued. The incident is one of several mass abductions in Nigerian schools by armed gangs that hold people for ransom. I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News in Washington.
Support for NPR comes from NPR stations. Other contributors include Little Passports, offering activity kits to keep kids engaged. They'll explore France and Japan and build a volcano.
150 years. They come to understand what is really important, helping people reach their goals. Empty Bank, understanding what's important.
Good morning to you. This is Lisa Mazzarella. Glad to be with you on